Oh my gosh, could it be? The answer is almost certainly yes. This is the After Hours Gaming League Game 4 between Microsoft and Google. In the right position, his team is currently up 2-1. It is MegumixBear from Team Microsoft. This is not the MegumixBear that streams on Team Liquid, but it certainly is someone who uses all the exact same phrases she does. Look at that, bear muffs, GG, good luck. That's fine. MegumixBear from Team Microsoft. In the right is the ghostly pink Protoss and his enemy. The team down right now, it is NexusOne from Team Google, the Terran player. Let's see if NexusOne can pull it off and tie it up 2-2. NexusOne now, interestingly, having his command center on Control Group 3 there, not going to be favoring a wall off, just instead building that supply depot straight up in his main. In the right, MegumixBear using the very, very high Control Group 6 for his Nexus. So we do see MegumixBear now chrono boosting out his probes. Would not be surprised to see some sort of early expand come out of the Protoss. Most Protosses nowadays are doing early expands against Terran because they can. It's very easy to defend if you get 3 gateway sentry-heavy compositions up. And as many Agosu Protoss say, early Marine Marauders are fodder for my force fields. This is either some stuttering, or this is a face, 2 big, large bug eyes with some sort of proboscis double J with some more D's, some more bug eyes on the right. I'm going to assume it's the stutter because it was awfully fun to say. NexusOne sending his first SCV scout out up at the top. Oh, I see someone was lagging. Oh, look, that's a cute little animal face. Yes, just straight up DJD. Pylon going down for MegumixBear, creating a little constriction there, closing off that little hole between these minerals. This can actually be useful if you see a drop in your main. A lot of times you will have the Marine Marauder run through these little cracks between the minerals to chase down the probes, but not if you have them shut down like that. Very fast cybernetics core coming down by MegumixBear, or MegumixBear, or Megumixbear, whatever you so desire to call him. NexusOne swinging that one SCV scout up to the right. Notice he is moving down to the bottom left position, not scouting his close position first, and a Zealot popping out by MegumixBear. No second gas as of yet. Wants to get that little early aggression out ASAP. We see an early gas for NexusOne. We see a Marine popping out, and we see that those resources are getting stockpiled up. Looks like he's going to be going for a little bit of a faster factory. Let's see if we do end up seeing it go down. Wow, a very early second refinery from NexusOne. Generally an extremely strong indicator of some sort of early Banshee play. There's the Chrono Boost going down by MegumixBear. We do see the Stalker popping out right now. Money beginning to get stockpiled up for MegumixBear. Another Chrono Boost going down on the Cybernetics core, and 2 more gateways going down. A little surprised to not see an early second assimilator by MegumixBear, only just now getting it. NexusOne is going for, there it is, the factory with this early double refinery. Again, cloaked Banshees, so common with the early bunker, completely and totally safe for the time being. Now building some supply depots. He could move his barracks up to be part of that wall off, but it looks like he wants to keep all of his tech hidden. A barracks does count as tech, even in the late game, because you can get a count on what the add-ons are. Add-ons, such a big indicator of what Terran's plans are going to be. We do see the factory now finishing up for NexusOne, and there's the starport now completing as well. And let's see if that tech lab ends up popping down. A double starport build from NexusOne, one of my absolute all-time favorite ways to play Terran vs. Protoss, because my favorite thing in the world is being annoying. Double Banshee. Uh-oh, looks like Aristotle again tried to come back, use his modem made out of a stone tablet, but MegumixBear appropriately just says force fields. They're hard to cast when there's lag. No doubt that is exactly what MegumixBear was referencing. We do see the early warping with the Stalkers coming on in. Oh my gosh, the double starport play. So potent, so annoying, so unbelievably fun. The reactor going down on the barracks. NexusOne repelling this little bit of early pressure, but MegumixBear is going to be not stopping anytime soon, and the SCV's there to repair. NexusOne more than ready. Second Tech Lab going down. Great opening right now by NexusOne. Again, one of my absolute all-time favorites. Banshees, though, going to have to hurry up with their production. If NexusOne is not careful, this big 3-gate pressure could win the game. We do see that MegumixBear is still chrono boosting out probes, not going for a total all-in, but it still is a little bit risky. And with this early bunker that had to go down, we do see that NexusOne had to wait for that second Banshee. You have to have very, very crisp timings with this build, and it's very, very hard to pull off when you're on these kind of intense pressure. And there's MegumixBear beginning to move in again. Zealots are leading. No SCVs there to repair. Uh-oh, the bunker taking a lot of damage, and there it does fall. Looks like MegumixBear is busting in, now target firing the Banshee, and the Banshee goes down. Suddenly, NexusOne in a lot of trouble, but MegumixBear did run all of his Stalkers in. They do get some good scouting information, but I guarantee you this was not designed to be a big scout. This is a rough spot for NexusOne. He's trying to bring all his Marines and SCVs in, but MegumixBear is cornered at this point. Cannot by any means get a good retreat unless he runs the full circuit around the base. NexusOne not getting any repair. Going to move in with the Banshee. Little dangerous. Needs to keep that Banshee alive, and MegumixBear knows how critical it is. Target fires it. Oh, brings him back into the Marines. NexusOne in a ton of trouble. NexusOne from Team Google. Their team is down 0-1, or excuse me, 1-2 right now. Whereas Team Microsoft is up 2-1. MegumixBear just needs to cinch this win for the win, and it looks like NexusOne still spotting that expansion. Brilliant play, and he loses the Banshee, and more Stalkers are invading in the unit counting station. We see only 19 SCVs remain. And again, NexusOne pulling his small number of SCVs completely off mining. More Banshees trying to get produced. More Stalkers getting morphed in the front door. Banshees deal a lot of damage to those Stalkers and can fly a pinch faster. So we'll be able to take them out. And again, another huge swell. 6 more Stalkers coming in. MegumixBear desperate to end this game right away. Starting to target fire those SCVs again. But oh no! Oh no, he's caught in a bad position. The Marines and the Banshee just rip him apart. That may have been the key misstep that NexusOne needed to step forward and begin doing the most annoying style of play in the world. Mass Banshee. You thought 1-click Banshee was annoying, try 6. But at this point in time, NexusOne actually has not been mining any gas. So these are just going to be straight up attacker Banshees. Keep in mind though, even without Cloak, Banshees are extremely dangerous units to be up against, as they do 24 damage per shot. Perhaps the most brilliant move of the game though, NexusOne's first scouting factory, advancing forward, keeping an eye on that expo timing, and right now with that reveal, the Banshees MegumixBear does have to get that observer out, that robo facility up very, very quickly. Factory looks like it will soon fall down. Poor factory. It is burning as it is in orange health. There, the Banshees are now getting made 2 at a time, and it looks like NexusOne is going to be stockpiling up Marines. He's getting a second barracks to begin those upgrades as well. Has enough money to begin a command center too, so NexusOne might have the beginnings of a little bit of a comeback after that heinous early pressure. MegumixBear taking his own base, as bases are always good in a strategy game. Base is one of my favorite techniques to have in a strategy game. You like Marines? I like bases. NexusOne not investing in bases either. He's investing in the Banshee, which again, if bases are not an option for you, being annoying is always a close second. So continuing to stockpile a huge mix. And it looks like he's doing some clever swapping of all his add-ons. Looks like, oh, brilliant. He's going to be giving both of these tech lab. Well, he's trying to find his home. There's some identity crises going on with all these buildings. They're just trying to float around, and there it is. With the 3 barracks down, NexusOne. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Come on, little barracks. Come on. You want to land, don't you? Come on. Come on, there it is. There we go. With these 2 tech labs, NexusOne can now get the double upgrades, the combat shield and the stim very quickly, and with these 2 starports can begin producing the medevacs 2 at a time. We see the Twilight Council going down from MegumixBear. Has a lot of options. We do see the complete and total fall apart of that factory as it burned down. MegumixBear is going to be a little bit low on gas at this point. We see not a big amount of sentries. In fact, one is less than the typical 8 that you'll have when you do this sort of early expand style. But we see there's the concussive shell going down. We see the medevacs continue to get produced, and these 5 Banshees are going to absolutely rip apart a Protoss army that they encounter. The combat shield going down. No stim coming up for NexusOne. NexusOne going to have a very strong army, but this is a big risk. This is going to be somewhat of a critical all-in style play. He's not dead in the water if he doesn't win with this attack, but without an expansion, NexusOne is going to have a very rough follow-up. He's putting a lot of eggs in this one basket. We see that the Twilight Council is done. We don't see anything being made use of it. Right now, MegumixBear needs to get the extra gateways up to get the extra unit count. He has the Observer. He sees that this attack is coming. This is going to be critical for Terran. MegumixBear was inches away from being able to win the game at the start with a key misstep. Now the game is equalized 90 versus 82, but keep in mind Protoss does have this expansion up, desperately trying to get more gateways up. There's the blink coming in. He's going to try to intercept, but he's moving up to the high ground. Not the best angle. The Banshees are able to deal a lot of damage from up top, and we see some force fields. Oh no! Miss most of the army. Do not manage to block off almost anything except the SCVs, and the Banshees, with that range and fast fire rate, pick off some of the retreating Stalkers, and there it looks like they're going to try to pick off this one retreating Stalker, and it does manage to do some damage. The stim is not done. Combat shield inches from being done. All the probes getting pulled off. NexusOne managing to do the huge amount of damage that he's been trying to set up all game long. MegumixBear in a total retreat, trying to morph in more Stalkers, but the blink is not yet done, cannot micro them appropriately. The Nexus under a lot of fire, probes getting just completely torn to shreds. 34 probes versus 26 SCVs. That goes to show you how all-in NexusOne is. We don't see any command center back in the main. We do see that there are a couple of Stalkers up on the high ground, a handful of Zealots. MegumixBear needs the miracle here. He has 4 Banshees alive still. If NexusOne can win this, he will tie it up 2-2. Team Google down 1-2. MegumixBear's Team Microsoft up 2-1. The blink finally finishes. Can NexusOne cinch the Vic? More Stalkers getting warped in, but when all those warp gates fall, Team Google is looking better and better by the minute. MegumixBear trying to swing around, going to try to do some of that fancy blink micro. He is target firing this one Marauder. He does manage to take it down, but with 4 medevacs and that huge fleet of units, it is looking grim. And it looks like he's going to try to pull back. No stim yet, just standard old beefy Terran units. And MegumixBear in a total fall apart. NexusOne with the double Banshee opening has plenty of kills on these Banshees. Look at this, 4, 4, and 4. Keep in mind, all those are the big beefy gateway units, and with no more unit-producing structures, MegumixBear trying to sprint forward, trying to do the damage that he needs with the probes, but it is not enough. Google does it, tying the series up 3-3. And by 3-3, I mean tying it up 2-2. What this means now is that both teams will choose one of their players on the spot to go out for the final Game 5, the ace match on Shattered Temple.